Hello, I'm back. And I'm back on the Minecraft world because that's pretty much all I want to do right now. And it's gonna get entertaining pretty soon. I just need to start making machines, but it might take a few minutes. Well, a few hours. Hold on, let me get my video up real quick. So I can make sure my microphone's working. Yep, microphone's definitely working. Gonna go ahead and like my own stream because I always do that. Alright. Can't wait till people start telling me to play Battle Royale over and over again. Huh? Oh yeah, I probably need to... Should I repair my pickaxe or should I go get a new one? Yeah, I should repair my pickaxe. Do I have iron? Yeah. No, I want that. I'm also going to want a shield just because shields are useful. Dang it. Alright, there we go. There. Do I have my... Okay, there it is. And then heal that. Alright, that's looking nice, I guess. I guess I'll go... Oh, wait, yeah, there's some stuff to collect over here. That's pretty nice. So's that. These actually fill back up with sap after a while. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Alright. Back here. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, I'll throw that up there. And should I go mining? No, I should make some machines. First off, before any of that, I need a base. And it's turning the night time. Okay, great. I definitely need a base. That's for sure. So I'm gonna make another axe. And I guess I'll make it out of wood? I mean, I suppose. Normally I make an underground thing. But I don't want to do that because then I have to mine so much stone and get a bunch of andesite and be annoying. So I'm just going to try to clear out a forest, part of this forest, and make a house. So I'm just going to get to that. Anyways, I went to a zoo yesterday. It was very hot, that was for sure. It was hot, and there was a goose. There was a goose at the zoo. It wasn't like a part of the zoo. There was just a goose there. A Canadian goose. And I tried to get near it, and it ran away. So, it's kind of what happened there. I'm not sure. I'm so confused right now. I don't even know. But I'm gonna build this house. Oh. Alright. How does this go? There we go. And I have immediately gotten a sapling. I'm gonna be honest, I really hate these trees. You know what I'll do? Just for this, I'm turning on fancy graphics so I can see the logs. Because I am absolutely sick and tired of just breaking through leaves all day and then not finishing off the tree and then having leaves floating in the air. That's like one of the most annoying things in the game. You can light them on fire, but it almost never burns at all. So you end up having to stack back up. It just takes a lot of effort to get rid of these trees. apple. Good. More food. Lots of wood. I can't actually use wood to get energy in this game using the generator. It's the first generator you can get. It's just a furnace generator, basically. Normally I use coal blocks, but you can use wood. Specifically slabs are best. Alright. Oh, another? Come on! Okay. Well, I don't have to get that one. But there are a lot of apples down. I would like that. Alright. That's cool. Anyways, I guess right about here would be good. We'll take down this birch tree and then probably never ever use the wood because it's just how it is with birch. It's not that I hate birch, I just prefer oak. There we go. And then I'll use the saplings as fuel. That's what I'll do. Alright. I think I'm gonna wait till these leaves decay away. What a mess. Alright. Hey, an apple. That's actually kind of high up. There. Alright. It's pretty nice. That works. So does that. Ooh, extractor. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of machines in here. The extractor can extract anything. Apparently this extracts the wool from the dye instead of the dye from the wool, which, if you think about that, doesn't make very much sense, but that's how it is. And it looks like it's running out of energy, which is interesting. Okay, it just fills back up. Alright, anyways, any more apples? Apples? Nope, there's more saplings, though, which I might as well take. And I don't really care much for the birch saplings, because I don't want to intentionally get more birch. I don't hate birch, I just don't like it, I guess. I'm not interested in building with it. Alright. I'm going to want to make this house pretty big so I can hold a lot of machines. But at the same time, it is kind of better to have it underground, isn't it? Because then, if a creeper blows up on the outside, it won't mess up your machines. You know what? I'll just start with a house and I'll make a base sometime later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, this is gonna be a pretty stupid large house. But, I'm gonna need it. Kinda needs to be big for what I'm doing. Typically, you don't make houses of this fashion this big, because it looks stupid. And it's definitely gonna look stupid, but, it doesn't matter. And on top of that, there's gonna be no windows. Because there's no reason to have windows when I'm putting machinery up on the walls. Though I do kind of want to have a little bit of windows. Yeah, I think I'll have some windows there. Simply because I want to be able to see out there. But other than that, can't really have many windows, honestly. We got plenty of wood, which is nice. We can give this many floors. I can store lots of stuff in here. Alright. And also, the question is still waiting for me to answer it. When is Pixel Gun coming back? I don't know. Once again, I don't know. That question's gonna just sit around for a while. I actually want this to be a little bit taller. There we go. There. Alright. Looks pretty nice. Not actually, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't look nice, actually. Take that back. Not sure why I said it in the first place. There you go. I could turn my graphics back down. I typically like them on fast. I personally don't like high graphics for Minecraft. Anything else, high graphics seems perfectly fine, but not Minecraft. Unless I'm on like Skyblock or something. Hypixel Skyblock. Other than that, I don't really like high graphics on Minecraft. Just makes Minecraft look less like Minecraft. Which is a weird thing to try to obtain in Minecraft, is to make the game look less like the game. Alright. Let's see if I can get down without taking fall damage. Hooray! Reminds me of those old parkour maps. Alright. Nice. Let's switch those out so I can eat apples. And I need to brighten this place up a little bit. I hear a zombie. I also want some doors. But, of course, Minecraft won't just give you 2 doors. It's got to give you 3. Which is odd. Because no one actually cares to have 3 doors. 2, 3. And 4. Alright. And I'll put one in the middle just because. Now, it's unlikely anything is going to spawn up here. But I'll have to place blocks for things to spawn up there. But I'm still going to place torches up there just in case. Just in case I place a block up there and like a cave... No, not a cave spider. Like a creeper spawns. Like, I don't care about a skeleton very much or a zombie unless I'm AFKing in the house. But like, if a creeper spawns up there, that's not going to be good. Alright, I'm going to put my bed this way. If I can sleep, that is. Alright. Then I'll go ahead and get some glass, smelt it, get some windows in there, and then the house itself will be done. Do I have got some saplings to throw in there. Beautiful fuel. Not as good as the new thing they added into the game, which I actually do appreciate some of the stuff in the new updates, which is a first for me. I typically do not care for anything in new updates of Minecraft, but they made several things that I liked. They made piles of leaves, which are very nice for fuel. Makes coal, honestly, obsolete. Which might be a bad thing, but it makes it easier to play the game, so I'm not going to complain. But other than that, there is also... What is it? Those little sacks, which are extremely cheap to make. Not too overpowered, and they're fun. I just like using them. They're fun to use. Reminds me of when I was doing that server with Stu that kind of just fell apart after a while. I don't know. Can't keep an SMP going for very long for some reason. There's some people out there who can make an SMP go for like literal months or years, or like a Minecraft world that some people will play for literal years on. Whenever I try to do that, something ends up going wrong. Most of the time, it's me just stopping playing it and forgetting about it, or just not interested in it anymore. That or something messes it up. Which last time I think I tried one of those. I think one of the last times my brother messed it up by Alt-F4ing it, and then the world got corrupted and deleted, and then he brought it back, but it didn't matter. He brought it back, but it was still broken. And like all the chunks were like, some chunks were higher up and lower down than other chunks, and I don't even know how that happened, honestly. But it was ruined. Anyways, I'm gonna get some extra glass because I felt I might need some for some of the recipes. You know, like, oh, can you do battle royale? Oh my gosh, come on! Why is that the first thing you asked me? What kind of stuff can I make? Oh yeah, I can make crop analyzer, scuba helmet, glass fiber cables. Is there something here I can make that's actually useful? Okay, there we go. Solar panel. That's actually useful. I'm not going to be able to get my hands on these for a while because they're kind of expensive. Hi, can you do Bible? What do you mean, do Bible? Geothermal generator, that's good. A beacon, just a beacon. And then lots and lots of glass. Alright. What do you mean when you say do Bible? Read Bible. What's the... why? Is... what? I don't... You're confusing me. Okay, I gotta put this here, those there. Kind of a strange place to put stuff, but that's what I'm doing. And that's kind of full of stuff, so I'm just gonna start taking stuff out and putting things away. Read Bible. I don't want to read the Bible right now. This is Christian and want to feel the Bible's words. Why do you want me to read it then? It's kind of odd. Why are you trying to ask me to read the Bible for you? I mean, I got one my next I can just open it up to some random page and see what happens. That is one of the most fun things to do with the Bible, honestly, is to open it up to a random page and just see what's in there, because you're another fellow Christian. Okay? I just open up a random page. I'm going to go for the Old Testament. It's not exactly random since the Old Testament and New Testament people play different places. Yeah, I don't know. Naaman's servants went to him and said, "My father, if the prophet had told you to do some great thing, would you not have done it?" I don't know, man. I guess it doesn't really make sense to open up to a random part in the Bible. I'll go for the New Testament and see what I can find. Ah, Ephesians. Christ God forgave you. Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly children. Walk in the way of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up as a fragrant offering and a sacrifice to God. Alright, I read some Bible. I hope I have quenched Beepo. Anyways, and the counter says 1, so I don't even know what happened, honestly. Okay, I think I'll put the machines over here because this is a cool place. But I want to put them over here, but I think I'll put them over here. Alright, well, the first machine I need to make is pretty simple. First off, there's advancements. Never mind. Advancements don't work for this in this update, apparently. So, I guess first off, I'll bring this stuff in. Just because. And I'll grab iron and sticky resin. Wow, there's not a lot to bring in. Flint. Yeah, flint. So saplings, I'll need those. And the wood, why not? And glass panes. Okay, that's about it. And I'll throw it up here. Or actually, I'll throw this stuff up there. Just to make things nice and compact. All that. Alright. It's looking nice. I'll put the furnace up there. I will actually need a furnace to make something. First off, what I'm going to need to do is go in here, get all of these blocks. These are all my mineral blocks that I got last time. Quite a bit. I got a lot of bronze. Way more bronze than I need. I was just trying to... I accidentally made bronze. That's what I did. And then I tried to even it out so I didn't have an uneven amount of bronze and, like, not enough tin or something like that. And what ended up happening is I got 36 ingots of bronze. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to have to go in dust. And this shows me everything in industrial craft, including nukes, which you can't craft anymore for some reason. I don't know why you can't craft them. Because... Okay, I'm getting confused. Anyways, I'm going to need... We're going to need some basic things. I'm going to want to get the extractor first and a bat box. Those are things that I'm going to want to get. First off, we're going to need just the regular old generator. If I can spell it. Generator. Yep, this one that looks like a furnace. I need this. I got the furnace part. You know what? I'm going to get a crafting station. Crafting stations, you just turn a crafting table into a crafting station like that. And you can leave stuff in the crafting station and it stays there. So it's, and it opens up this for you to take stuff directly from your chest. So basically what I can do is I can grab this iron but basically, first off, what I need to do is get an iron furnace or make a basic machine casing. And you can make it in two different ways. I prefer this way because you don't have to craft as much, so I'm going to do it that way. First off, we're going to need a forge hammer, which you craft like this. And I think you need, 3 iron plates. And you put them, I think, like this with some iron. Or maybe like, hold on. I can't figure this out. There, cutters. And these have uses in them. You use them to craft stuff, and it takes away the uses. That's how that works. And now that I can do this, I'm going to want 8 iron ingots. Turn those into iron plates. And then make a basic machine casing. That's one part in it, so I'll just kind of put that there. And now we need the battery, which you could use a charged one or not. A charged one, I don't understand the purpose of using a charged one. But we need some tin item casing, some redstone. Oh, crap. We need redstone. Ah, no. Of course I don't have redstone. Okay, you know what? I'm going to throw all this stuff up here. Everything that's valuable to me. And we need to go get some redstone. And it's turning the nighttime, so we're going to need to sleep first. Well, actually, let's just hope we can find a cave before it turns to night. Because as soon as it turns to night, if I'm in a cave, I should be fine. Because then when I come out, it'll probably be closer to the daytime, depending on how much time I spend in the cave. And yeah, this way was the way towards the ravine that I was using. I did find a ravine last time. That was pretty nice. I hope I could get to it in time before it turns to night and I start getting beat up by skeletons. Anyways, I'm super confused as to what the heck's going on. Like, it got, like, last time in the stream, it got, like, super silent and awkward, and I don't even know why. I don't know. Well, streams are easier to make than videos, so there's that. I should probably make a few more videos, honestly, or post one of the ones that I have ready. You know, just for my channel, sake of my channel. I'm not exactly sure where the ravine is, but I think I'm going in the right way. Hopefully. There should be like a hole in the ground somewhere around here. In fact, I might just fall into it, honestly. Oh, there we go. Found it. Hooray! We found it before the skeletons destroyed us. Alright, let's go. We're also going to want to grab some ores while we're here. Probably mostly iron and copper. Simply because those are really important in this mod. I personally like this mod. I think it's fun. I think it can be a little bit grindy as well. So, obviously, you know, it can be a little annoying sometimes. But we're going to need redstone, iron, and copper. Oh, we did not bring a torch, but it doesn't matter. Because we don't have a mod that makes it so there's light whenever you're holding a torch. So, I'm just going to have to craft torches the old-fashioned way and place them like a fool. So, that goes down. That's cool. Let's go down here, and let's... Dang it. Okay. This... It's just annoying. This water's in the way. Okay, there's a bunch of iron here, which is useful. We're gonna have to smelt that. You get 2 ingots from smelting 1 ore inside of the... Ooh, I'll take that. Inside of... Ooh, there's some redstone. Inside the smeltery. That's typically how it's done. For me, at least. The way you do it normally is smelt ingots regularly until you get a macerator, and then you can... The more machines you can get, you can get more and more. As you get more machines, you can get more and more from your ores. The macerator allows you to get double, and you can get more by using like ore washing plants and things like that. You can get lots of stuff. But anyways, I'm kind of skipping that and just using a regular smeltery from Tinker's Construct. There's some mods that go better together. Industrial Craft, it can be really hard to get all the stuff to, you know, play the mod. And Tinker's Construct and stuff helps. If you are new to Industrial Craft, I would recommend like Equivalent Exchange, simply because that one allows you to pretty much get infinite resources really easily. Which I know that's bad if you're like a serious gamer, but it's useful for learning new mods that you haven't played before. I found it useful anyway. Oh, come on. And of course it goes all the way up there. And I ran out. Okay. Well, at least there's some copper. There. Perfect. Alright. And I don't have enough to get down here. That was very sloppily done. At least we can grab some lava down here. Let's put our water down, and let's grab some lava. The reason I need lava is because lava is used to operate the smeltery. You need it to smelt ores, which isn't really realistic, but you know, it's just what you do in this mod. I'm using separate mods to get everything I need to play one mod. Alright, so I got 58 redstone and 16 copper, 21 iron. That should be pretty good for now. I'll be able to make the stuff I wanted to make anyway. I'll be able to make those things first anyway. So I guess I can get more stuff later. However, it still is nighttime. Oh, crap! Get the freak away from me. Now, I don't want this to explode, because I actually want the gunpowder that it will never drop, no matter what happens. But if it did drop gunpowder, it would be useful for me, because you can use an extractor on it and get sulfur and use it to make a battery that I'm gonna need. Similar to the Bat Box, which is a battery box that holds 40,000, and the one I was wanting to make holds 300,000. And the one after that holds, I think, 4 million, and the one after that holds 40 million. 40 million's a lot, but like, when you get to the point that I got to, you can generate 40 million in like an hour, so it fills up pretty quickly. I know of a lot of ways to generate electricity. One way I did a lot, used a lot, was I got a bunch of open blocks tanks made out of obsidian, which could hold 16 buckets of any liquid. I filled it up with lava and used the geothermal generators, which use the lava. And I could get quite a lot of power from doing that, enough to generate to use my machines anyway. Because that's how it is in this mod. You have machines and they take a lot of power to use. And the power in this mod is EU, which is I think electric units. And there's different kinds of power. There's I think there's kinetic units and then heat units and electric units. And you can sometimes turn them into electric units, but you can turn them into electric units, and you can kind of move them around. You know, you can kind of transition them around, like turning electric units into heat units, or heat units into electric units. But typically there is a disadvantage to doing that. Let's go ahead and kill some creepers while we're out here, if possible. Okay, no gunpowder. That's very nice. I've killed 3 creepers. Looks like, and we have gotten no gunpowder out of any of them. So that's quite swell. I'm also starting to get a stomach ache because I found out. Oh my gosh. Oh my. My mom made these sausages for breakfast along with some eggs. They are so salty and fatty that just thinking about eating them is making me want to puke. Oh my gosh. I've had some of them. They taste good, but you get sick of them really quickly. It's almost as if your body needs a certain amount of salt and fat, and those just have way more than enough in them. Like, you eat 2 of them and you're good, and I ate like 3, and I have a 4th one down in one of my bowls, and I have no idea what to do with it because I'm not eating it unless I want to die, and I do not want to die. But it's there, waiting, and I think I'm gonna fling it outside with a slingshot or something. Let a chicken eat it, because you know they're thankful for everything they get as they yoink it up, eat it. They eat like everything. It's ridiculous. That's odd. Anyways, they eat all sorts of stuff that you give them. Anyways, let's make a battery. We're gonna need some tin. So 1, 2. Yeah, just 2. Yeah, just 2 there, and we'll use the forge hammer, maybe plates, and then item casings. And next up, we're gonna need to get. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit of rubber. But first off, we're gonna need to get some cables. And now sticky resin. So we're just gonna throw like 8 of this up in the furnace with some saplings. That'll probably take like 16 saplings, so that's nice. We're just gonna need just 1 rubber. This is so you can make insulated cable like this. There we go, insulated tin cable. And now we can finally make our battery. And just like that, we can also make the generator. Alright, now we have a generator, which is not useful yet, but we're going to want to place it right there. Now, this is kind of strange. Why am I putting it right, like, above block? It's because when you place another machine near it, it gives energy to that machine. And I would like to do that with as many machines as possible, so I'm going to want to give it space and not put it just next to dirt blocks or wood or anything like that. The worst place to put it would be here with a block above it and only let it access like 1 or 2 machines. This allows it to access 4. Oh, I can also have it access a bat box or a CCU or anything like that. Let's grab the rest of this rubber. Now, the next thing we're going to want is... I guess the next thing we're going to want is a extractor. That's probably the best choice. Extractor is a machine. Extractor. Right here. It takes 4 tree taps, basic machine casing, and electronic circuit. And what it does is it extracts stuff. It'll take things out of things, or it will, as you can see, turn rubber wood into rubber, so I can get more rubber. Rubber is a thing that's hard to get in this mod. And as you can see, instead of getting 1 rubber per sticky resin, you get 3. So that's very useful. And you can get iodine if you want. Sulfur dust, which is useful. Clay from clay blocks. And rubber from saplings. And then nether bricks, and you can empty tin cans if you want. Oh, hi, I'm on. Oh, what a mess. Anyways, I got my first machine here. Well, it's not really a machine, it's a generator. My throat's starting to die already, but it's a good thing I brought a whole cup of water with me. And it's already half empty, so it's going to be a fun stream once I run out of water. It's like I'm in the Sahara Desert, man. Anyways. W machine, yes. It kind of looks like a furnace, but like iron, because it's made with iron. Okay. Anyways, I'm making an extractor now. I need a basic machine casing, which takes 8 more iron. It's kind of expensive to make machine casings, but there we go. Like that, basic machine casing. Then we're going to need a electronic circuit, which this is a little bit more complicated. First off, we're going to need an iron plate, which is pretty simple. Just make an iron plate. There we go. Just get more water. It's difficult, because whenever I go to get more water, you want to know what happens? People leave. Alright? People leave. We can put on braking on this? And mending? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's cool. Alright, well, anyways. Next up, what I'm going to do is turn 3 of these into copper plates. And then take them and turn them into copper wires. And then insulate them with some rubber. And then boom, boom. Iron plate and some redstone. Electronic circuit. And that's pretty much everything we need. We just need some tree taps now, which are actually pretty easy to get. You just do that. We'll take 4 of them, which is kind of expensive, but only on terms of wood, and wood isn't exactly expensive. Anyways, here's our extractor. This is going to be needed so we can put all of our sticky resin inside of it. And then we'll grab all these saplings and then burn them. And as you can see, that is generating power. And there's also a buffer of power in here. Basically a built-in battery of sorts. And as you can see, it fills up and it powers this, so this can make rubber. I wonder how much power that all these saplings are going to produce. Looks about 3,500, I'd say. Maybe 4,000, actually. Yeah, about 4,000. Alright, and now it's slowly getting used up by this machine, and I'm getting more rubber. Which rubber is something you're going to need a lot of in this mod. I hit U on this. Oh, it actually only shows only 13 uses, but that's just for rubber itself. The thing that actually is really useful are these cables. Insulated tin cables, insulated copper cables. You need a lot of these things. This has got 14 uses. And mostly, most of your copper cables are going to be used on electronic circuits, which have 26 uses. And some of these take multiple electronic circuits, so we're going to need a freak ton of rubber. So it's good that we have this. And if you want to generate more power, we can burn stuff like this terrible birch wood. You can turn it into slabs, and that makes the most for it. That makes the most out of it. And that generates quite a lot of electricity. We can also put redstone in here if you want. You can use redstone to generate power. It's a very quick way of getting power if you have a lot of redstone. But obviously that takes time, and it takes time to mine and stuff. Anyways, this is going pretty well. We'll just let that go for a while. Keep filling it up with more power. Next up, what I'm going to want to do is get myself a battery. Now, to get a good battery, it's going to take a lot. So, box? No. First off, we have the bat box. This is the most basic battery, holds 40,000 EU, which is the electrical units of this mod. EU. Pretty fair, very easy to get. Nothing very extraordinary about it. Next up is the CU, CS. I don't remember what it's called. What I know is it's made out of bronze and it holds 300k. There we go. You search 300 and it's here. It holds 300k. It's called the Sisu. Alright, there we go. This thing takes advanced RE batteries, and each one of these holds 100k EU. And the whole thing holds 300k. And that's what I want to go after. That would be best, personally. It would take the least amount of machinery. I just need some bronze plates, which I have a lot of bronze, and then these advanced RE batteries, which are pretty easy to get. The hardest part is the lead dust and the sulfur dust. So there's the lead dust. To get that, you you're gonna need a macerator. And a macerator isn't like the hardest thing to get in the world. I'm just gonna need a lot of freaking. That's what I'm gonna need. Hold on, let me just real quick put some more slabs in there. I also gotta be careful because if I put too much energy into one machine too quickly, the machine blows up and it'll blow up your surrounding machines, and it's like the worst thing that can happen to you in this mod pack. Because the machines take a lot of time to make. It's mostly just a lot of crafting that it takes. It'd be very interesting to make an economy server based on industrial craft. Because it'd be things like iridium drills that are really hard to get. But once you get them, they're like, it's like the equivalent of a netherite pickaxe, honestly. And it'd be like things like jetpacks, you know, stuff like that. Coolant. Imagine actually playing a server with industrial craft on it. That'd be an interesting experience. That's for sure. Alright, pour that out. Put some more in. And we're going to need to make a macerator, which is pretty simple. We're going to throw in a few more slabs. A macerator is going to take some cobblestone, believe it or not. 3 flint to make a macerator, which I can just search it up. Macerator. Yep, we're going to need a basic machine key. Alright, we're going to need 9 of this, and do that, and that. And then we need 3 of this. Boom, boom, boom. Should be pretty simple. Here we go. That, and that. There we go. And just like that, we got ourselves a macerator. Pretty quick. It would still suck to lose it. Alright, now we're really losing power. Let's throw in some more slabs. Now we're generating power for 2 machines. So, that's interesting. We already got like a stack of rubber, which is actually pretty good. Next up, what we're going to do is get some lead. Which I actually do remember where some lead is. But we're going to need 3 lead. Which is... we don't quite have enough lead. just saying. We don't quite have enough lead to do it. So we're going to sleep real quick. I do know what some lead is. But let's real quick, let's fill this back up. Take the block out and throw it in there. And then throw all, you know what, I'll hold on to my stuff. Why do I still have flint in here? Oh, it's because it took it from the chest. Okay, got it. I can put that back then. Anyways, we're going to have to go this way. And get a pickaxe ready, and we're going to need to get 3 lead at least, but while we're there, we might as well mine as much lead as we can, just in case we need more. I can use singular batteries to hold electricity if I want, which is an interesting thing to do. This is kind of an interesting mod. It's a pretty old mod too. Think of it as if you were, as if Dr. Stone was a Minecraft mod. It's pretty much just science, but like simplified science is what it is. Because obviously, if it was actually as complex as it really is, machines would be a lot more hard to make. But it's a fun mod. That's for sure. Okay, we're gonna have to kill creepers too. We need to kill 3 creepers at least, so we can get the what is it called? Sulfur. Yes, sulfur. Let's kill this. I killed like 3 creepers so far. Nah, that's 4 now. And they still have not dropped any gunpowder, which is very unfortunate. Because I need gunpowder to make this thing. And I've killed 4 creepers, and I've still not gotten the thing. So, we're just... I don't know what to do, man. I'm honestly confused. Alright. I don't need a shovel here. I mean, I guess I could use it as a weapon. I mean... Nah, not really. It's not a good weapon. Alright. Now, there is some lead down here. Yeah, right there. That's lead. It looks kind of shiny-ish. Where'd that... Oh, it went down here. Okay. Looks kind of shiny. And this is lead right here. There's, oh, gosh. There's a lot of it in here. That's a big vein for lead. Oh, hold on. I'm getting FaceTimed. One moment. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. It's the typical thing that happens. My dad FaceTimes me to ask me about something, and then I'm streaming, and then he's like, oh. And then he leaves. That's kind of what happens every now and then. I don't know why it exclusively happens whenever I'm doing something. I mean, it's not like I was in like a fight or anything, but typically it happens when I'm playing Skyblock in a dungeon, fighting the final boss. I don't know why it always happens then, but it does. Anyways, I don't see much more lead. I mean, I only really need 3 lead, and I already got that. So I might, if I find any lead, I might as well mine it. But like, there's no real reason to. But I'll still stay down here, just for the sake of trying to find gunpowder and maybe some more resources. Okay. There is a, yeah, a mine shaft there. There's also this, which I'm going to have to block off. Oh, yeah, this isn't really anything. Okay, never mind. I actually remember looking in there, and there wasn't really anything worth my time. Alright, nothing here that much. My throat is dying. I'm not sure why that's a thing exclusive to streams. But whenever I stream, my throat dies. That's just law of the land, I guess. I don't know. That was a weird noise. Oh yeah, maybe it was a skeleton. Spider. I mean, I'll kill a spider. Oh, sweet. There is a minecart chest. Okay, let's see. Tin, copper, a crap ton of torches, some coal, bread, melon seeds, pumpkin seeds. I don't really care much for the seeds, but I'll take everything else. That's some pretty nice stuff. And there's some more lead here. And there's an emerald, which I might as well take the emeralds. They don't really have any uses in industrial craft, but they do have uses in Tinker's Construct, so I might as well take the emeralds. They can be used to make certain things. Hold on. I got distracted. It's not a great time to get distracted. Oh, there's gold. I don't really need gold. Gold's more useful in Tinker's Construct. I mean, I guess... Nah, it has more uses inside of Industrial Craft. You can use it to make all sorts of weird stuff. What's going on here? I'm mining right now, trying to find creepers. And I'm not finding them, because, you know... I killed, like, 4 or 5 creepers, and I did not get, any gunpowder, so... I need to get 3 gunpowder so I can make a battery box, so I can hold energy. It's just kind of the basics. I decided to skip the first energy box for the next one, just so I can save resources and time, I guess. And it's... no creeper. Now there's creepers. There's just no gunpowder. But yeah, I'd rather there be more creepers. Let's see if I can get out of here. Oh, yeah. That's that minecart chest I found. And nothing down there. I also found some redstone back a little bit ago. That was pretty nice, finding that redstone. What is over here? Lots and lots of water. Okay. That's kind of annoying. I assume, Amon, you left and then you came back, and now you're confused at what's going on. I would assume so. Alright, let's see here. Can I get out of here? Oh gosh, okay, there we go. There's also that green stuff you see, that's uranium. I'm not going to need that for a long time. However, it is very useful and really hard to get a lot of times. Maybe even a little harder to get than diamonds, honestly, but even harder, fine. Yes, there are 3 other people streaming right now. Really? So I picked a horrible time, didn't I? Unless it was like legitimately only 3 other people streaming. And if that's the case, I picked an absolutely great time to stream. But 3 Pixel Gun YouTubers is probably what you mean. So that means I would be competing for your attention. Okay, can I get out of here? I don't know why I took the wrong one. There's 3 other Pixel Gun YouTubers streaming, and then... and I'm the only one who's not playing Pixel Gun. Which is kind of clear and obvious since I don't play Pixel Gun very often now. Alright, let's go this way. I just want to play games that I have fun on, and I have fun on Pixel Gun. It's just I'm in a kind of a strange place where I don't have enough motivation to start up a new Pixel Gun account. And it's not computing to me in my mind that it will be fun to play it again. I'm thinking too simplistically about it is what I'm doing. I need to think a little more in depth about it, if it'll be fun or not. Because I'm just thinking, for some reason, I'm just thinking about all my progress and restarting, when I don't even really care much for progress. Because I typically play the game for fun. I don't play it to get really high in the game and stuff like that. I also like to refine my skills, but honestly, my skill isn't that great anyway. Yeah, trust me, the progression just got worse. What do you mean worse? Something got worse in the game? Oh, well, that's no fun. Also, how? If you don't mind me asking, how did it get worse? Like, what could they have done this time? I mean, I heard about the last thing, the last atrocity that happened. You know, the whole... do I even need to say it? Jiggle physics. Don't like that. Definitely don't like that. And just talking about the bot stuff. Bots, yeah, they only had bots in the game. I knew that. They've had bots in the game, like, since like a few years after I started playing. No new BSDW. Don't know what that means. When I say DW, I think David Wood. That's all I can think of. He is a completely owned those two combinations of letters. A combination of letters. He's taken it over in my mind. But anyways, let's turn the night, which is going to be useful, so I can hopefully find creepers and then kill the creepers for profits. I would like to get another axe or something. I mean, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. Okay, I'm not very great with those acronyms. I typically have to ask what they mean, and then when I do, I forget what they mean. That's kind of what goes on with me. So, sorry. Anyways, I'll just keep going. Alright. Let's see here. By the way, I don't mind if you play games you actually want to play. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like some people definitely mind. Like, they'll spam the chat, hey, when are you gonna play Battle Royale? As if that's like a thing in Minecraft. I mean, this is better than Hypixel Skyblock, isn't it? I mean, Skyblock's not very fun for people to watch at all. People never want to watch Skyblock. I mean, it used to be a thing that had like a lot of views, because it is a generally fun game. And pretty fun to watch sometimes, but so much of it's been done. And the game's been so milked. Oh wow, I got 2. Nice. The game's been so milked that, like, it's really hard to make content on Skyblock. There's only, like, one YouTuber out there that actually makes... that actually is capable of making good content that gets lots of views on Skyblock. And even then, he'd probably do way better if he wasn't on Skyblock. Hypixel Skyblock, it needs some updates. The game's dying. The whole server's dying, actually. That's this kind of thing that happens in Minecraft. Like, every, 3 or 4 years, the game starts dying, and then people are like, no, we don't want it to die, and then it flares back up. Then it kind of lives off that flare of energy until it starts dying again, and it keeps rinsing and repeating. Basically, it's hard for Minecraft to die. It's pretty stinking hard. I saw a lot of creepers here. If I'm careful, I can get a whole bunch. Okay, if this spider will leave me the freak alone, I can get a whole bunch of gunpowder. If that skeleton will leave me alone, I can get a whole crap ton of gunpowder. None. None! What the heck? Minecraft. Oh my gosh. Just kind of up and down. Yeah, that's kind of how Minecraft is. That's kind of how a lot of things are, but Minecraft, people are so loyal to it that they'll purposely come back to the game to bring it back to life every, month. Well, not month, but every, year, every, 4 or 5 years. People will come back to the game, it'll get super popular again for a while. You know, like the whole, Revenge video. Yeah, that thing flared up a ton. And then there was, where PewDiePie was playing Minecraft. Those are times that Minecraft was at some of its higher points. Just because people don't like to think about the game dying, so they'll purposely bring it back. The game, honestly, almost dies every few years. It's kind of ridiculous. But I got 2 from that one, so that was pretty nice. It's pretty ridiculous how the game just dies over and over again. Over and over, it just dies. I don't know. I feel like Minecraft, objectively, is a pretty stupid good game. Like, if you base it on certain morals. Like, Minecraft can be a lot of different things. Yeah, it's kind of like with this mods coming to giving it realistic. Yeah, there are a lot of mods out there. I personally like more classic mods, simple mods. Some people like those really, really complex mods that I harbor no understanding of. But they like them anyway. Okay, I need to macerate that and extract that. And we do not have enough energy to do that. Not even close. Look how far down that's going. So we're gonna go ahead and put some slabs in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, that's gonna work. We're getting our stuff. We're getting our sulfur, and we're getting all of that dust. All while it's increasing in energy because of the slabs. Alright, I think we'll be able to, yeah, we'll be able to do this. Just different tastes. Yeah, I like more simple mods. I like fighting mods, like Tinker's Construct and Chocolate Quest, and I also like this one specific technology mod. I also like. Anyways, we're gonna want to grab our bronze, and we're gonna want to make the Sisu. Beautiful. Beepo wanted Bible. Yep, he wanted Bible. Still not sure what he meant by that, but eh. Anyways, advanced RE batteries here. That's gonna take insulated copper cables. We'll just kind of throw this stuff up here. Now, what I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that, and then do that. Now we're gonna have one extra one, but that's okay. And we'll turn all that in. And we're gonna want. Okay, there's a fly in my room, and it's annoying. Anyways, we're gonna want 5 bronze plates. 4, 5. 5 plates there, and then 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then turn them into casings. And now what we can do is make RE batteries, which do not stack, which is good to know, I guess. And now we can make the Sisu, which is power tier 2. Okay, this is power tier 2, so I'm not sure if this is going to cause things to blow up. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a new world, and I'm just going to place it full of energy and make sure it doesn't make stuff blow up. This is how I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to get Sisu fully charged, baby. Alright. Metal former. We're going to get a extractor, a macerator. We're going to get all sorts of things. Alright, let's see what else we can find. All sorts of machines. Let's see what else we can get our hands on. Ones I understand. This. They're all power tier 1, so I just want to make sure they don't pop as soon as this happens on us. So let's get a cable. We'll go for a copper cable. I could use tin if I want. I'll try with both, just to figure it out. Place this here. Now we have to do this. You know, this is okay. So placing it directly on, we'll just blow it up. Thankfully, it doesn't blow up the thing, so that's nice. So we're gonna place it with a copper cable. Okay, tin cable. Okay, the cables burn up. Okay, so neither of these cables can work. So we're gonna use a insulated tin cable. It burns up. Okay. Oh my gosh, why? What do I need for this? I don't remember what I need. Do I need a transformer? Is that what I need? Transformer. High. Low. Okay, so we'll just place that there. And then, input, output. Good. And then, it's not filling up! Oh my gosh. Why is this not working? Okay, I got this. Wait, what? No. That. No, dang it. No, give me a wrench. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't blow up. Okay, there. There we go. It burned. Okay. I'll just place it like that then. And then I'll just... Hold on. Did that work? And then, there we go. Beautiful. And now I can power all of my different machines with plenty of safety. There we go. Beautiful. I just need a little transform. That's all I need. Alright. That's all I need. So let's go back in here. Now I'm going to be careful with this thing. Okay, can these flies just get out of here? Alright. I'm going to put it... like that. That's going to be good. And then I need a transformer. Ooh, that's cool. Transformer. That's pretty cheap. I could make that. Let's do this. There we go. Looking good. These flies I hate. Anyways, doesn't matter. We're gonna do that. 3. And then boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Bam. Yeah, that's 7. Okay, that's not enough. 9. Okay, that's annoying, but I'll take it. That. I hate flies. Yeah, they suck. Alright, we're gonna put it... Of course not. Okay. Mine it. Mine it! I can't mine it! Oh my gosh. You know what that means? I need to make a wrench. Alright. make it like this. This is how you make the new wrench. Good. Alright, then I just need a... There. Perfecto. Perfecto. Alright. Now we're good. Throw that up there. Apparently this has infinite uses. For that, at least. So that's nice. Oh. Oh my gosh. There. Now we just need to funnel some energy into it, which should be pretty easy. I just need to use... No, I should be able to. We're going to use tin real quick. Just turn that into that. I don't need to insulate them. Nice. Alright, now this is starting to fill up with energy. And now what we can do is just make a lot of energy. And the way we're going to do that is this. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, bam. Now that'll just get us more and more energy as time goes on. That's going to take a while, but we're good. Another thing we can do, if we want, we can attach this to this so I can get energy too. But what I'm going to do is add cables. Oh, I just realized, no, that wouldn't work. That would load the EU port block. Because that's how cables work in this version of the game. Alright. Alright. Should be good now. I got this bronze, so... But honest, do I need to add a metal former? Yeah, I'll make a metal former. A metal former is another thing you can get. Oh my gosh, that's expensive. First off, we're probably gonna need a new forge hammer, honestly. Yep, we're gonna need a new forge hammer. So let's make another one. And it needs one of those. And then, 2, 3. Bam, 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 bam. That. Ham. Wah, wah. Bam, bam. There. That's the circuit. Now I need to do this. And then I need toolboxes, which take chests, because of course I do. Chests. And they take 5 casings, so I'm going to need 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty cheap. Where'd they go? Oh, they went in here. Now these toolboxes can be used to hold tools if you want, but that's not what I'm going to use them for. Let's keep that going, get plenty of nice energy. We already got 28,000, that's pretty nice. Let's see, it's pretty easy to get energy from wood. Next up, now we just need these coils, which are actually stupidly expensive. Okay, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 12, then that, and then use the cutter like that, and then put it all together with some iron like that, and boom, metal former. Now this, it doesn't even tell me how much it takes, but I suppose I can just put it right here. Yeah, I can. Yes. All right, now this has some advantages. Basically, this metal former has 3 modes: rolling, cutting, and extruding. We're going to be using rolling and extruding most. Sometimes we'll use cutting, but not normally. But basically, it has the same uses as the forge hammer and the cutter, so you don't have to use resources to make more of these, and it saves you resources at the cost of power. It also takes a lot of power. Next up, I think I'm going to drink some water, because my throat's dying. Alright. Let's see. Now, there's several things I can do here. I can put my wrench away, because I don't need it right now. And go ahead and get some more resources. What I got here is this, and I'm just kind of pulling iron out of it slowly. It's pretty monotonous, but we need a lot of iron. What I did find is you can use open blocks to pull it out automatically and automate the whole process, which is pretty nice. I can't automate the whole thing, actually. Unless I had, like, I don't know, people to go run around collecting iron ore for me. Which is why a server with Industrial Craft would be a very cool server. Probably just as cool as, almost as cool as the Flans mod server might be. But, yeah. I don't like this fly. I want this fly to leave this house. I don't know what to do about this fly. Oh yeah, Ma, did you hear I got a wisdom tooth pulled? Did you hear about that? Guess the response is going to be delayed because the stream is delayed. Oh, you did? Yeah, I got a wisdom tooth pulled. Basically, we went to an appointment to talk about the wisdom tooth that was coming in, and we thought that they were just going to schedule an appointment to get it taken out, but instead they were like, okay, time to take it out, and they just got 4 shots. They gave me 4 shots of number in my mouth, and then they just cut it out, and they had a hard time getting it out too, for some reason. They had a really hard time getting it out of my mouth for some reason. I don't know why. But, I don't know. It was a weird experience. It didn't really hurt, which was weird. I guess that's probably because they gave me 4 shots and stuff. They didn't even put me under. Like, they didn't put me under or give me any laughing gas, which was surprising. Because I was kind of hoping they'd give me laughing gas because I wanted to hear all the weird stuff that I was going to say. Later after the laughing gas wears off, because that's the most funny thing is when you're under anesthesia or laughing gas and you say a bunch of weird stuff. It's funny, and instead they just gave me 4 shots and just ripped it out, and I was surprised, honestly, that they just went for it. But it apparently did not hurt very bad. I don't know why. I think the reason it didn't hurt very bad afterwards as well is because I had to take 3 ibuprofen. That take 3 ibuprofen. I think they were factoring in the fact that most people in their lives use a decent amount of ibuprofen. I, on the other hand, have almost never used it ever in my life because I never break bones. I almost never get hurt. I normally don't have toothaches or stomach aches or anything like that. So my parents just never really gave a lot of it to me. So out of nowhere, I'm taking 3 ibuprofen, and like every few hours, and there was like no pain. It's ridiculous. There's still a hole in my mouth too, and I can finally eat normally again. I don't have to like tilt my head and eat on one side of my mouth, like chew on one side of my mouth. It's kind of strange. It's nice to be able to eat normally again, so that's good. Anyways, I need some more copper. That's what I need. Copper. I got 40 copper in here. And we got plenty of tin. Tin is something that you don't use very often. Anyways, it was weird to just have it pulled out. And then they stitched it back up. They stitched the hole that the bloody hole that they made. They stitched it back up, and I could feel the stitches in my mouth for like a week. I don't know what to think about that. That was a weird experience. Very weird. I don't know. And I think the stitches fell out. I think they did, but I don't even know, honestly. And apparently it's the kind of stitch that they just put in and it falls out. You don't have to take it. You don't have to go back to get it taken out, which is nice because that would probably hurt. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't have any nerve endings back there. um, uh, anyways. Kind of strange. Kind of a strange thing. Also, my brother, he's constantly been trying to convince me of the carnivore diet. All the time. He's always trying to convince me of it. It's getting irritating. He won't stop. You can tell he definitely believes it's true because he won't stop bringing it up. And if you ever talk about any problems in any of your health in any degree of your life, his one answer is he always brings up the fact that you're not on the carnivore diet, as if that's why you have like mental health issues or physical health issues. Like, I don't know about that. And he's got all these weird like studies to try to back it up, and I don't know what to think about it. It's confusing. That's what it is. It confuses me. Um, he'll always bring it up. Um, this carnivore diet thing up. I don't even know. He tries to eat meat, eggs, and cheese every day. Meat, eggs, and cheese. Which I I think that would be absolutely disgusting to eat on a daily basis. Like eggs, fine, eggs are good. Try eating eggs for just 3 meals in one day. Just one day. Try doing that for one day. And you are going to be sick of eggs for a week. Imagine eating eggs, meat, and cheese for the rest of your life. I could never do that diet. Even if the diet was true, I don't even know if I could do it because it's just so disgusting. It's kind of like it's almost worse than eating. It's almost worse tasting than a vegan diet. And a vegan diet's really unhealthy. Oh goodness. I mean, it can be healthy in some places, but it's mostly unhealthy because you don't get enough iron. In the carnivore diet, I think you're definitely getting too much of certain minerals and vitamins. I think that's what he's not factoring in, is the fact that it is possible to have too much vitamin C. Well, I guess there's not very much vitamin C in the carnivore diet, but it is possible to get too much vitamin C if you eat like 15 oranges a day. Obviously. Everything in moderation is basically how it's supposed to be. And I do have some arguments against it. Some arguments are the fact that, he thinks that you're not supposed to eat carbs or sugar. I understand sugar, because sugar is pretty bad for you. But carbs, I know they're nutritionally pretty similar to sugar. But I, in my personal life, have noticed complete differences between carbs and sugar. I have not eaten sugar for a long, long time in my life. And I've eaten carbs probably every day. If I go out of my way and eat a large amount of sugar, stomach issues. But why doesn't that happen if I eat carbs, if carbs are sugar? They're not the same, but they're similar, I believe. He doesn't like fruit, except for blueberries. Which, he's thinking of introducing blueberries into his diet. Alright, I mean, blueberries are pretty healthy, I've heard. I've heard they're the healthiest fruit, actually. I like blueberries. It's a shame we're not growing them in our garden. I just got a lot of copper and iron. Oh my gosh. Bam. Bam. Copper, iron. Alright, there we go. We got 46,000 EU from all that wood. Good. Alright. Now, next up, what I want to do is probably... I don't know why this even came to mind, but the first idea came into my mind was make an MFE. Which, if you think about it, makes no sense because I just made the Sisu. The MFE, I mean, I can get the materials for it and stuff. But what do I really want? Can I get steel tools in here? Steel. Yes, I can. Okay, steel. What's the point of steel? You get stiff, sharp. Pickaxe, stiff, sharp. That's 7 damage. Dang. That's quite ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, blueberries would probably help the diet. Yeah, but it is a carnivore diet, which I'm not even sure about that in the first place because dogs are carnivores, according to scientists, I believe. But dogs eat plants, if you think about it. Like, if you ever had a pet dog, they will eat plants. I mean, they don't die if plants are in their diet either. I mean, dogs for the most part, are actually way healthier than us. And that's probably because they get way more nurture, honestly. Anyways, we can get steel from steel ingots, which you can get steel ingots from the blast furnace. Really annoying to get, though. They take forever. Personally, what I think the carnivore diet needs is a little bit more vitamin C. A little more vitamin C, probably not so much fat and protein. But if Caleb heard that, he'd get very mad at me. He wouldn't be very happy. Because he thinks humans need, like, exclusively protein and fat. And, like, then the rest of the shebang, all the vitamins, minerals. Which, to be fair, steak and stuff does have a lot of minerals and vitamins in it. But at the same time, it doesn't have everything perfect, So if you eat... let me make this clear for you. Let's say a steak has... Let's say a steak has 60 grams of protein in it. And it has half of your daily vitamin D. Or something like that. I don't even know what it has. And it has 10% of your vitamin C. Let's say it has that. And you, in order to get your vitamin C all the way to 100, eat 10 steaks. First off, you just ate 10 steaks. You're gonna die. You're not Joey Chestnut. You're gonna die. Not only that, you are now getting 600 grams of protein, which is way more than you need. And not only that, you're also getting 500% of your daily vitamin D. Just so you can get to 100% of vitamin C. That's why you don't want to just eat meat. You want to kind of follow your palate sometimes. It's kind of like when I was watching the Adam Hates Everything video. Talking about all these, the 8 cups of water a day thing. That's not really a thing. Because, sure, maybe people might need a certain amount of water a day. But some people are different. And it makes much more sense, they pointed out, to just drink when you're thirsty. Or eat when you're hungry. And I have a feeling cravings are similar. Whenever you're craving something that your body knows has the nutrients it needs. Like, of course, people crave sugar a lot. And we don't really need that much sugar in our diet, or much at all, really. And people crave it anyway. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not exactly sure what's up with refined sugars. There's refined sugars, and then there's sugar from, like, an apple. Which is interesting. My throat is dying, by the way, so I'm going to go grab some water. And you can stare at this torch. I need water. returned. Okay. And there's something wrong with my leg for some reason. Alright. I'm back. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the carnivore diet. So with the carnivore diet, you're probably getting, for certain vitamins and minerals, you're either getting too little or too much. With the carnivore diet in general, you're probably not going to get very much vitamin C. I've heard. So, like, why not you just eat an orange every other day? I don't know. The carnivore diet's weird. It's under the impression, it's under the impression that plants and fruits are bad for people, which I don't think that's necessarily true. But you know, it's just random stuff. Anyways, I got our metal farmer going. I'm probably gonna need a lot of electricity, and a great way to get electricity is by using a solar panel. And that's the next thing we're gonna get. What we're gonna do is make, I think, 3 solar panels. So let's get a block of coal, macerate it, and see. We have, yep, 9 glass too. Now, what we're gonna need to get a solar panel is gonna be a little bit difficult. So we're gonna make 3 solar panels, which generate, like, I think a little bit of EU a second when it's sunny out. The generator, electronic circuits. 6 electronic circuits, just 3 generators. So 3 generators would be 24. Bam. Alright, that's pretty stupid expensive, but there we go. Now we're gonna need some furnaces. We're gonna have to take our furnaces down, apparently. Right. There we go. And then we need some batteries. I'm not sure what I did over here. Oh yeah, there we go. Got our coal dust. Looking good, looking good. We just need these electronic circuits. So that's 1, 2, 3 of this. And now what we can do is do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn it to extruding. And as you can see, it's doing something. And the toolboxes are filling up. And instead of getting 2 for each, I actually get 3. So that's nice. Next, I just need to wait for that, apparently. Alright. Pretty slowly using power. Pretty nice. That's 1. But that'll only make 3. Dang it! We're gonna need another like that. Alright. This is gonna take some time, but we got this. Alright. Alright. Anyways. The carnivore diet's a little bit of a strange thing in my mind. There's even some controversial takes from it too, which I don't know about. But this is weird thing where people, specifically my brother, would blame anything wrong on the carnivore diet, on like not doing the carnivore diet, which is so weird because definitely not something you're gonna want to tell someone who got like skin cancer or something. Definitely not what you want to tell them. Because all they're going to hear is it's your fault. So, yeah, kind of a mess. Go. That. There we go. Now we can make them. Well, first off, oh wait, no, we can't yet. Oh, hello, Fire to Epic. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. Bam. There we go. There we go. There we go. Well, those don't stack anymore. Huh. Solar panel. Solar panel. Solar panel. Alright, now I just need to connect them. Pretty easy. I'm going to want to turn it to day real quick. And I want as little... how's the water? It's water. Yep. It's pretty water. Alright, that should be enough. I already made the thing. I think it should be here. Nope, I missed. Here. There we go. Now what I want to do is place this. Beautiful. Now that's going to be generating power from the sun. Those are solar panels. Which, that's going to be nice and useful. Oh, there we go. Alright. Now it's generating some amount of EU. I'm not sure how much. But it's generating a little bit. And that's going to keep going up over time, which is nice. I also want to get some organization going. That would be nice. So I'm going to make a chest here, and I'll put all my valuables, or actually anything to do with this mod, in this chest. So lead, this, and this. And for the emerald, I'll probably use that for something else. What do you got down there? What is that? Ah, yeah, I see it's a little water thing. Anyways, this is going ahead and making some stuff for us. This solar distiller, I actually could do want to get some of those eventually. Maybe I could find a chocolate quest dungeon. That might be a decent idea. What I want to do is go get some diamonds going. Get some diamonds going. That thing is so slow. Yeah, it's slow, but it's free energy. It's free energy, though. So, I can, like, AFK overnight, and I can get, like, 1,000,000 EU pretty easily. And that is not even factor in. I used to make these things by the boatload. I remember this one time, I used to make so many of these things, back in 1.8. I would make like 60 of them at a time, and I'd have like 240 of them going at once, and I'd have like literally 200 EU a second. It was pretty sweet. And the best part about them is they have no danger to them. You just set them out. There's no danger with them. You just set them out during the daytime. They generate EU. Probably one of the best ways and cheapest ways to make good power. Another one is nuclear, but nuclear can also be bad because if it overheats, it'll blow up. So that's not good, obviously. I'm gonna have to experiment around, and there's certain ways you can make the nuclear reactor work. There's certain loadouts you can make it with, so you can get as many nuclear rods in there with the least chance of it exploding. Because if it explodes, it's bad. Just for fun, honestly, I think when we make a nuclear reactor, we're probably gonna make a special room for it, made out of construction stone, which is a very special stone. Actually, I'll show you what construction stone does. I'll show you on this world. I'll just show you the nuclear reactor and all that. So I'll get a nuclear reactor and a rod. Quad fuel rods. That'll work. And a lever. And plus that, I will also get construction stone, wherever it is. Where's construction stone? Construction stone. Where the freak is it? It's somewhere around here. Oh, stone. There it is, reinforced stone. That's what it's called. Reinforced stone. Basically, to make this, you put construction foam and you take it and you put it in a iron scaffolding. That's what you do. Anyways, this is how it works. So first off, let's just do it with nothing. No protection at all. It'll blow up because I'm not using it correctly. As you can see, this happening to your house would be pretty bad. Pretty gigantic explosion. It's kind of like, you know, one of those old too much TNT add-ons. Now, check this out. I could show you. Check this out. Look at that. 3 blocks of construction stone. Or reinforced stone. Look at this. Look at that. It protects everything behind it. Kind of like Saitama in Season 2 for One Punch Man. It protects everything behind it. So you can make a case of it, like this. If I make a case around it, fill that boy up, and then do that. Now it only blows stuff up underground. And if I cover this, it will blow nothing up. However, you just gotta realize how dangerous these things can actually be. This is already pretty big, like, pretty large. However, if you're farther away from the ground, the explosion gets even more devastating. Which is surprising, considering that makes no sense at all. But the further away you are, the more explosive it is. You could totally use these as nukes. Look at that. That is just insane. And then we're going to do another one. Even bigger. And this is probably why they removed the recipe for the nuke, is because you can just use one of these as a nuke. But as you can see, it makes a huge explosion. It does uncover a lot of ores, which is actually kind of nice. Actually, some of the ores are left completely unbroken, which is pretty cool. But still, it's very, very dangerous. Oh, wait, you think that's impressive? I'll show you even more. The more you do it, the bigger the explosion gets. It'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then bigger and bigger. Alright, now if we look at it, it's so deep that we're at 105 right now. We fall down 25. So this is 25 blocks away from bedrock. Very large. This is also kind of interesting, these weird structures it makes. This is kind of just a thing that happens in Minecraft. But, yeah. Pretty nice. I personally like when you do it on underground. Personally. When you do it on the ground. Let's just do one underground just to show what it does. Yeah, pretty nice. It also makes a nice open hole for the ultimate trap, the ultimate pitfall. Another thing you can do with it is find a nice... Anyways, find a nice straight place, like flat place, and you can actually make patterns in the ground using it. Cool patterns. This is how you do it. Place it. You do something like this. And this is great if you want to make like a cool base using it. turn it on. Look at that. Imagine making your base here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Went pretty far, too. And you can go down here and you can make these... Like, imagine making your base down here. All you gotta do is, like, cover this place up with glass and stone bricks and all this down with stone bricks. And you got a pretty freaking cool base. You can make these patterns pretty easily using construction stone. Or, reinforced stone, I mean. I'm getting that confused because it's made out of construction foam, which is this. Which this is a CF sprayer. So basically what you do is you right click and then it places all this foam here, which you can kind of touch. It's not meant to be touched, but it actually gives you poison if you get touched, I think. But basically it dries out over time and it turns into construction foam. And then you need iron scaffolding. Iron scaffold, reinforced iron scaffold. Not sure the difference between these two. But iron scaffolding, and you place it however you do. You got to be careful though, because if you go too far, you can't place it any further. Yeah, if you go too far, you can't place it any further. That's kind of how that works. And then you can hit it. Okay, that made some stuff fall apart. Yeah, as you can see, it turns it. It fills it with foam, and then this foam will harden over time, and it will turn into construction foam, which then you can mine with a diamond pickaxe, I think. And you can get it. And construction foam in itself has some uses. You can use it to make two machines, the pattern storage and the replicator. The replicator is insanely expensive. I'm just going to show you one thing in here and how expensive it is. The teleporter. Teleporter. You need 3 of them. The teleporter takes glass fibers, advanced machine casing, diamond, advanced circuits, and a frequency thing. Advanced machine casing takes steel plates, advanced alloys, carbon plates, and the steel is really annoying to get. You can get it if you can get molten steel, but molten steel, you can only really get it from steel ingots. To get that, you need iron in a blast furnace, which is stupid hard to get. It takes so long. It takes like 10 minutes per ingot. It's ridiculous. This is also not drying very fast. You can suffocate in this. That's weird. Well, anyways, I'm going to go back here into our world. Name isn't Ahmed. And we're going to see if we can find ourselves some diamonds. Because I'm going to need diamonds. Well, actually just... I could potentially get an obsidian pickaxe. That would work. I believe there is a recipe for obsidian. Yes. This is pretty simple. You just need... it's so stupid. I think it consumes the things you make it out of, so I don't want to do that. That would take so much iron. But I would like to have dynamic lights, but I forgot it, so I don't have it. Maybe next time I'll have it. And I don't want to, like, get out and come back in just so I can have dynamic lights. But I am tempted to do that just because I don't want to have to use torches this much. But, you know. And there's also certain tools you can make in the mod pack. Like the tree tap or something. The electric tree tap. You can use that to get rubber a lot easier. Instead of using wood, you can use electricity to power it. So that's nice. It's pretty dark down here. Hopefully I can find some diamonds. That. Ah, you piece of trash. Huh. I don't even have food. What am I doing down here, man? You did it again, you little piece of garbage! Again! Well, that wasn't great. Get me the freak out of here. I got shot 3 times, and each arrow did freaking 2 hearts of damage. What are we on? Impossible mode? Dang, man. Let's go back to the stinking house. Let's kill all the pigs on our way there. Dang, man. There we go. Why are they dropping one each? Okay, there we go. That's like the least they can possibly drop. Why? Why is that happening? One, two, two. Okay, there we go. It's going better now. I'll need a decent amount of food before I can go back in that cave. And let's go back. We need some diamonds so we can get a diamond pick, and then use that to make another portal, get into the nether, get me some cobalt and ardite so I can make some tools and weapons. Just basic ones, not like industrial craft ones. Just basic normal ones. It's gonna turn the night soon, isn't it? Bam. There we go. Alright. It's going well. Oh boy. Get some obsidian stuff. That's if I care to make tools out of obsidian, which I don't. I mean, I guess I'll have to make one tool of obsidian. Honestly, it probably makes more sense to just do this thing with the stupid buckets. Or actually, I might as well use cells because you know, they won't. They're cheaper at the very least. Yeah, let's do that. I might as well just do that. Oh, let's go back to the house then. It'll be faster that way, yeah. And I won't have to spend all that time looking for diamonds just so I can make a diamond pickaxe that'll immediately get replaced by a cobalt one. It's kind of like when you make make like starting tools out of wood, and then you immediately replace them with stone, and then you throw them away, or use them as fuel for a furnace. That's kind of what that is. Let's drink some water because my throat's dying. Anyways. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Kind of surprising that this is a sharpening kit for your tool to increase its mining level, because you know it's made out of end stone, and I know obsidian's pretty high, but that's freaking end stone, man. No one's gonna have end stone at this point. Molten obsidian bucket. Huh. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess I need to remind people to like the stream. I guess, I don't know. For some reason the obsidian crossbow is like brighter than all the other obsidian tools. Don't know why. Is it gonna turn the night? Anyways. Yeah, it's gonna turn the night before I get all this food. It already is kind of night, honestly. All right. $62. Oh, goodness. There we go. Finally, we can leave this place. I'm kind of surprised people actually sat there and watched pork chops smelt for like 5 minutes while I just sat there in silence. Yeah, goodness. All right. So I'm just gonna have, I don't want to use buckets. Using buckets would be dumb. You know, I should probably just test it just to make sure, and then, no, I'll just make cells. Cells are simple and easy to make. I think you extrude something. You extrude something. I don't know what. All right, tin. There. Uses? Metal former? Cable. Ah, there we go. Tin plate. Tin plate. Uses. Metal former. Dang it, how the freak do you make it? I don't remember. How do you make a cell? Cell. Oh, I see. Okay. Lava. Alright. Obsidian. Yeah. Okay, so... No, there are still lava cells. But how do you get them? No, not that one. Not that one. The other one. You can't get them. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's just... throw that... Oh, actually, no, I'll still need that. I'll need universal fluid cells. These are pretty easy to make. I'm just gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2. Yeah, that's 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And the other thing is done. Okay, let's grab that. Like this. And this. The hammer broke. Okay. We're gonna roll these. There. So I got 2 of them. I need to fill those with water. And the other one's with the lava. But for me to find lava, I need to go back down to that cave. So I might as well not fill them with... Well, I know. I swear, if this uses up the containers, I'm gonna be mad. Imagine making a cake and all the buckets just get sucked into the cake. No. I'm not gonna be happy if that happens. Ahoy hoy lava. Oxygen. It better not happen. It better not. Because I spent a bunch of tin and glass to get these. Alright. Let's sleep. There we go. Let's get the freak out of here. Alright. I'm going to grab 4 buckets of lava. Well, these are buckets, basically. They're buckets, but, like, extra complicated to make. I'm going to fill them all with lava. I'll come back and put some of the lava down. And I'm going to grab some water, and I'm going to make the obsidian block. And if it takes these cells away, I'm going to be mad. Alright? I'm going to be mad. It better not. It better freaking not. But anyways, these are just like weird buckets. They don't work very well. The last time I remember, they don't work very well. But at the very least, you could stack them. which does make them a little better than buckets, because you can get a whole stack of lava sources in your inventory pretty easily, without filling up your whole freaking inventory. All right, perfect. Pumpkins. Cows. I still haven't made a hang glider yet, which is interesting. Typically, I make a hang glider pretty early, because, you know, they're useful. Oh, careful. There's some lava right here. I'll take it. Now I need more lava. So I'll go up here, and I'll take this lava, too. And then just like that, we'll have 2 lavas. Lava. And now, I would take... No, that lava's no. Okay, let's go down here. And go to that place where there's even more lava. Should be down here. And then down here. Yeah. Good. Lava. 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 There. 4 buckets of lava. Alright. Now we're gonna get out of here, which is gonna take me a long sticking time. Now these things are basically buckets. I remember they used to have regular cells, which were not the universal fluid cells. They had regular cells that were cheaper to make, but they were only single use. Which is really annoying, honestly. I don't like that very much at all. Alright, let's go up. It was especially annoying when I would lose them immediately. You know, I'd just be like, ah! I was so annoyed. Okay, let's go faster. Why is going up water one of the slowest things in the game? I know people were just going to ask me to play in the newer versions, but the newer versions have so many more cons than pros a lot of times. Especially for modding. Greetings! How are you, my buddy, Funson? I'm fine, I guess. Things are a little bit weird for me, for the past few days, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I got a wisdom tooth taken out, and I went to the zoo, and there was a Canadian goose there. Not like in a cage, it was just wandering around, a Canadian goose. And I, like, started walking towards it, and, like, I don't know what my intention was. I just wanted to get near it so it would try to bite me or something. Because as funny as it is, I've never actually been bitten by a goose. But geese are normally pretty mean, especially the Canadian ones. And it's the first time I've ever seen a Canadian goose, I'm pretty sure. And it was hissing, because that's what they do. The Canadian geese, they hiss. So let's put this lava somewhere. Let's put it somewhere else. Let's put the lava right here. What's this ancient Minecraft version? This is 1.12. It's not that ancient. Yep, you already said that. I know. Minecraft. Yes, alright, I'm gonna make some obsidian real quick. Yes! I keep them! I keep the universal fluid cells! Yes! Yes, they fixed it! I get to keep them! I'm so happy. Alright, next thing. I'm gonna want to... Where'd it go? Alright, I don't know where those went. Oh, there we go. This. Beautiful. Now I just need to make that, and then... Wait, can I just do this? Oh, no. No. What do you mean I need more obsidian? Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Favorite Bible verse? Oh, that's a hard question. I guess John 3:16. Because, you know, I guess it supports basic gospel verse the most clearly. It's everyone's favorite verse, but they never stop to think that it never talks about works. You know. But I guess you could say that's an argument from silence. If you wanted. But yeah, I guess John 3:16 is probably my favorite Bible verse, so yeah. Should I use iron? Yeah, I'll use iron. Why not? Second off, I need to take this and then blam. There we go. Throw those up there. And now I think I can use it. Okay, we gotta move this. We'll be placing that back pretty soon, though. Do that. Use clay. And throw the obsidian there. And we hope. If the world hated you, remember it hated me first. That one I like a lot from Plato. Oh, okay. Fair. I personally like the gospel one because it's just really, really clear on what the gospel is. You know, it says believe in Jesus. Which Paul further shows what that means. It's to have faith. And faith means trust. So, trust. That's where I get that from. It's pretty nice. Is this gonna smelt? It's taking forever. My iPad's low on percent. Wait, I've been streaming for 2 hours already. Wow! That's incredible. Time flies when you stream, apparently. Doesn't matter too much to me. I mean, I like streaming. One block. Come on! Yes! It took the whole thing, but it got it! We got it, boys! Yes! Give me that thing! Yeah! Alright. Thankfully, we don't have to do that again. Time flies when you're lovely with people. Oh, thank you. I don't really think I'm very lovely. Been watching too many Metal Gear Rising videos, and I think that's starting to affect my mind a little bit. I've noticed whenever anyone even slightly gets in my way, my first thought is not good. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's because I've noticed some weird stuff about me. Like whenever people like put their hands near me, I immediately raise my hands as if I'm blocking. And people see that and they're just like, what? They're like, what? I don't know why I do that. But that's like the first thing I do. And then the more I think about it, the weirder I think I am. Like, well, freaks in a different way. Yeah, I guess. But like, just what would you think if you went up to shake someone's hand and they like raised their hands as if you were about to smack them? You'd be like, you wouldn't know what to think. Oh my gosh. I'm not really sure what to think. I don't know where that habit came from. I'm not quite sure. I might have built that habit over time, honestly. Anyways, I'm going to get some obsidian, make another portal, and get more obsidian so I can use it later. Even though the next thing I'm going to be using obsidian for is going to be way down the line. Like, probably in a week or something. Like a whole week of streams. Oh gosh, no. You, come here. Don't you explode on me. Alright, there we go. Oh my, I was about to lose my job in a few days ago because I joked about a word my boss said mistakenly. It's like I didn't even want to say it, it just came out. Ah, there goes hope for promotion. Dang! Oh man, I totally understand that. Sometimes words just fly out of your mouth. That reminds me of one thing I said before. One time, my grandma had made me sugar-free food, sugar-free sweet, which was very nice of her. I think it was like an apple crisp, and I was in this strange mood, a mood I'm not normally in. Like, I'm weird, and I enjoy company from other people, quite a bit. And I was in this strange mood. And the first thing that came out of my mouth when I saw the apple crisp she gave me was, "Looks like dog food." Oh my gosh, just thinking about saying that again. Oh my gosh, that went over so badly. She was so mad. Dog food is not something you want your food to look like. And that was the first thing that came out of my mind. And my mind just spit it right out, and it did not go out. It did not go great. I've done lots of embarrassing things. Yeah, I'm not sure what word you're talking about, but I've even if it's bad, I've done worse crap. I remember one of my relatives who was talking about cancer, having a real heartfelt conversation about cancer. I went up to them and hit them in the face with a stick bomb. Terrible, 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 terrible. Oh my gosh. That's just goes to show. Even if it's funny to hit people in the face with stick bombs, even if it is funny, and even if most people find it funny, there's always a chance that one of the people you throw a stick bomb at is going to be talking about something really personal, and you just interrupted it with a stick bomb in their face. Pretty terrible, honestly. So, I don't normally think about regrets, but I do regret doing that. It didn't go over very well, and I'm starting to think there are still consequences from that decision now. So, yeah, it's alright, man. Those cringy experiences teach us a long way. Yeah, they do teach us stuff. You know, like, for me, it teaches me, don't mess with my relatives. Especially not when they're talking about stuff like that. Oh my goodness. And it was not a reproof kind of situation. Not a reproof. No, no, no. Not great. I remember I was, for a long time I was constantly trying to reproof my dad. Because he could have been a little bit kinder in his words. Towards the kids. It didn't really work, honestly. Obviously it didn't really work. He wasn't really open to it. But I just kept bringing it up. My dad didn't like that very much. He wasn't a fan of me trying to rebuke him. It wasn't even meant to be a rebuke. It was meant to be a reproof, which is like a really tiny thing. Which it was a tiny thing. But I don't know. I don't talk about it. I don't think about it much now. But I was constantly trying to like rebuke my dad back a while ago over little things, which isn't really that great for him. Of course, that wouldn't really work with someone because you know it was about the kids, and the first thing you can expect to come out of his mouth is, "Are you a parent?" Which I know that's understandable. It was also annoying, because that isn't the point. I mean, we all have our own ideas. Yeah, give me that. I'll take this redstone with me, too. I've said some stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. I've done some stupid stuff too. Got the full experience there. Do stupid stuff and say stupid stuff. What stupid things did I do? I remember I took a firecracker and kind of threw it on the stove top. You know, right in front of my mom. Way past 4th of July. So it wasn't even legal. But on top of that, it made her really mad. I remember this one time I took one of those booby trap fireworks. Those ones the pulling fireworks, you pull on both sides and they blow up. And I took one of them and I hit it inside of a lamp. I hit it inside of a lamp, which my idea behind this was my mom goes around turning off all the lamps, or either turning them on or turning them off. And I left it like that in the hopes that she would pull it and it would blow up and it would scare her. Which, I'm not sure if I fully regret doing that one, because it was funny and my dad found it funny too. I'm not sure what my mom thinks about it now. If I asked her, she either probably wouldn't remember, or she would smile at me with a, you know, the whole mom smile, or she'd be like, "Don't do that again." So I don't know. Who knows? It's good, man. We right now are growing up when we know the equate of being grown-ups. It won't happen one day. Anyways, Mr. Funson, I'd love to have a conversation with you soon. God willing. Good night. All right. Didn't know it was nighttime where you are. For me, it's like 5 p.m. So, I'm kind of just chilling, making a stream. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna make this stream. My throat is starting to die. I mean, it is already dying. I don't know. Like, when is my body gonna adapt to streaming? Like, you know what I mean. Like the typical stuff, you know? Anyways, let's make ourselves a nether portal. Go get some stuff. Alright. First off, we'll put the 4 up here. And I personally think nether portals look best with cobblestone on the sides. They look pretty nice like that. We're still getting powder. We're at 88,000 now. Dang, man. Next up, I want to make some steels. Let's grab this and one of that. There we go. Let's make this thing. I want to make it kind of far away. You know, this is the strats. You make it far away, so you don't have to listen to it when you're sitting in your base thinking about your life choices. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta use the water bucket. Alright. And that's another portal. I'm thinking of ending this stream. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Yeah. I'm gonna leave. I'll probably do this tomorrow, hopefully. Probably a little later than I normally would, just because I'm probably gonna be helping my dad with stuff for the morning. But I'll see you next time. I'm tired. Goodbye. I might also mine off camera. You know, do that thing that YouTubers do. They mine off camera. You come back and their whole chest is full of iron and copper and diamonds and everything, all that crap. Because either they spawn it all in, or they mine for like 16 hours straight because they really like playing. They really like their job. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.